On December 29, 2015, the story of motocross rider Kuraudo Toda tragically shifted from one of triumph over adversity to tragedy. Toda had built an impressive career racing professionally in America throughout the early 2000s, competing in both AMA Supercross and motocross events. He also enjoyed pushing the limits of freestyle motocross, finding no thrill greater than manipulating a dirt bike through gravity-defying aerial maneuvers. In 2008, a test crash while evaluating new Suzuki motorcycles left Toda with life-altering injuries. Nearly every bone in his body had broken, including his thoracic vertebrae between T1 to T5. This type of spinal injury risked leaving him paralyzed. After healing, Toda faced the devastating reality of paralysis from the chest down. What pained him most was the possibility of never experiencing the exhilaration of soaring through the air on a motocross bike again. Unwilling to accept this fate, Toda began a grueling rehabilitation process focused on regaining muscle mobility. Through intense physiotherapy and exercise assisted by his father, Toda defied expectations. By 2013, he had achieved his seemingly impossible goal, returning to competitive motocross. Though new challenges arose from his paralysis, Toda's perseverance allowed him to once again drift through corners and launch over jumps on the track astride a modified Suzuki RMZ 450. The Suzuki RMZ 450 is a popular motocross motorcycle known for its performance and reliability. While all pro riders are going to make their own modifications and models change from year to year, Toda may have went with the RMZ 450 for a couple of the following reasons. The 450 is powered by a liquid-cooled 4-stroke single-cylinder engine. The engine displacement typically falls around 449 cc, providing ample power for motocross and other off-road riding. The RMZ 450 is equipped with fuel injection technology for precise fuel delivery and improved throttle response. This feature helps optimize engine performance across various riding conditions. The motorcycle features a lightweight aluminum frame designed for agility and handling on the track. The suspension system includes adjustable front forks and a rear shock, allowing riders to fine-tune the bike's setup based on their preferences and the terrain. The bike is equipped with powerful disc brakes on both the front and rear wheels, providing reliable stopping power in challenging riding situations. Suzuki has focused on designing the RMZ 450 with rider comfort and control in mind. The bike typically features a slim profile and ergonomic seating position to help riders maintain balance and maneuverability while navigating through rough terrain. The RMZ 450 has a strong pedigree in motocross racing, with Suzuki's factory racing team often competing at the highest levels of the sport. The bike's design and performance are continually refined based on feedback from professional riders just like Toda and race results. Like many popular motocross bikes, the RMZ 450 enjoys a robust aftermarket support network. Riders can find a wide range of aftermarket parts and accessories to customize and enhance the performance of their bikes according to their preferences and riding style. Overall, the Suzuki RMZ 450 is a competitive choice for motocross enthusiasts and professional racers alike, offering a blend of power, agility, and reliability on the track. This could have been why Toda went with the bike. Toda accepted he would never walk, but as long as he could feel the adrenaline of racing, that was enough. His close friends and family helped develop safety modifications for him to ride, including hand controls and stabilizing straps. However, it was these very modifications, coupled with his paralysis, that would ultimately prove fatal to the young rider. Toda set his sights on competing in the prestigious X Games Best Whip competition to showcase his skills. Mr. Toda aimed to earn an invitation to participate in motocross competitions through mastering complex maneuvers like the whip. The whip is a technique in motocross that allows riders to smoothly land jumps, especially when overshooting the intended mark. Here's how the whip is typically executed. The rider approaches a jump on the motocross track at a high speed, positioning the bike for takeoff. As the rider reaches the lip of the jump, they use body positioning and throttle control to initiate the whip. To perform the whip, the rider shifts their body weight and uses their legs and arms to manipulate the bike's position in the air. Typically, the rider leans the bike in one direction while keeping their body and legs extended in the opposite direction. While airborne, the rider uses subtle movements of the handlebars and body positioning to control the angle and trajectory of the bike as it flies through the air. The goal is to achieve a dramatic sideways tilt while maintaining control and balance. The most distinctive aspect of the whip is the sideways extension of the bike, with the rear wheel kicking out to one side while the rider's body remains upright or even leans in the opposite direction. This creates a striking visual effect as the bike appears to be whipped sideways in midair. As the bike reaches the peak of its jump and begins to descend, the rider gradually returns the bike to a level position to prepare for landing. Proper timing and control are essential to ensure a smooth and stable landing after executing the whip. The whip is not only a display of skill and control, but also a crowd-pleasing maneuver that adds excitement and entertainment to motocross events. It requires precision, balance, and confidence from the rider to execute effectively while maintaining control over the bike throughout the entire maneuver. Professional motocross riders often incorporate the whip into their repertoire of tricks, showcasing their mastery of aerial maneuvers and adding excitement to their performances on the track. Toda had previously overcome significant challenges, so undertaking rigorous practice to advance his skills seemed doable. On a December 29, 2015, at a training facility near Tokyo, Japan, Mr. Toda diligently rehearsed the whip by repeatedly jumping from heights up to 78 feet into a foam pit. With each successful landing, confidence in his abilities grew among himself and those observing his training session. During his final jump, Mr. Toda accelerated down the ramp as he had thousands of times previously. Upon takeoff, he skillfully controlled the bike solely with his upper body, carefully maneuvering it sideways through the air. Witnesses to this demonstration were presumably encouraged by Mr. Toda's remarkable recovery and capability to continue the activity without full body mobility. Tragically, after landing in the pit, the very foam intended to protect Mr. Toda instead became the catalyst for an unthinkable event. The combined effects of heat from the engine and fuel within the combustible foam environment ignited an intense fire that evaded control. Still attached to the bike, Mr. Toda could only watch helplessly as the foam pit became entirely engulfed in flames. Onlookers observed in horror as the conflagration escalated beyond reach. By the time assistance arrived, intense thermal exposure precluded safe intervention. Mr. Toda was known for an unyielding survival spirit and determination to live, likely summoned in his final moments. However, tethered to the bike within the burning foam, escape was impossible and he succumbed to this cruel fate. Kuraudo Toda passed while persevering in his passionate pursuit. His lifelong fight began long before those tragic last seconds and continued even after severe injury, as he refused to abandon his dreams. Though his remarkable comeback met a brutal end, Mr. Toda's legacy demonstrated perseverance that inspired many. Safety protocols have since incorporated more prudent considerations because of lessons from that day. Some of the protocols that are incorporated today include, but are not limited to, on-site medical personnel. Many motocross tracks and practice facilities have on-site medical personnel or paramedics who are trained to respond to emergencies quickly. These professionals are equipped to provide immediate medical assistance in the event of an accident or injury. First aid stations. Practice facilities often have designated first aid stations equipped with basic medical supplies, including bandages, disinfectants, ice packs, and other essentials for treating minor injuries. These stations serve as immediate points of care for injured riders before more advanced medical assistance is available. Communication systems. Effective communication systems, such as two-way radios or mobile phones, are essential for coordinating emergency responses and contacting medical personnel or emergency services if needed. Track officials and staff are typically equipped with these communication devices to facilitate swift response times. Emergency action plans, motocross tracks, and practice facilities should have well-defined emergency action plans in place to guide staff and responders in the event of accidents or medical emergencies. These plans outline roles and responsibilities, evacuation procedures, and protocols for contacting emergency services. Access to emergency services. Practice facilities should have clear access routes for emergency vehicles to reach the track or practice area efficiently. Maintaining clear pathways and designated access points ensures that emergency responders can reach injured riders promptly. Safety barriers and protocols. Motocross tracks often feature safety barriers such as hay bales or fencing to help minimize the risk of injuries in the event of a crash. Additionally, track officials may implement safety protocols, such as flagging systems to signal track conditions or hazards, to enhance rider awareness and prevent accidents. Safety briefings and education. Before riders take to the track, it's common for track officials to conduct safety briefings or orientations that highlight track rules, safety guidelines, and emergency procedures. These briefings ensure that riders are aware of potential risks and know how to respond appropriately to emergencies. By implementing these emergency preparedness measures, motocross practice facilities strive to create a safe environment for riders while minimizing the impact of accidents and injuries during practice sessions. The motocross community honors Mr. Toda's memory through recognition of his humble character and indomitable spirit. His example encourages others facing adversity to persist no matter the challenges. He left an enduring legacy of courage, determination, and passion for motocross. Thank you, Kuraudo, for showing us all what perseverance and enthusiasm looks like in the face of extreme adversity. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that subscribe button, like the video, and drop us a comment down below. Let us know how you felt about the inspiring yet tragic story of Kuraudo Toda. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.